What's up, everyone? It is your girl, Gelbeauty 87 here, aka Grace, and it's time for another. Sorry. Why you don't need? So we have Oden against Oden. As you all know, I said that this new palette, the Eternal Twilight palette, which I've already done my video on, I'm wearing the blush and the highlighter from that collection, is really similar to these two palettes from Oden in particular. So I figured we put my theories to test and see how they work. But if you're new, if you like new makeup releases, if you like videos like this, I do content pretty regularly. If you like a good complexion video, the one size video showing up this week along with the NYX face grip primer situation. If you like a good fragrance video, I have a lot of those coming. I did the old fashioned from Killian, and I also have with a couple of other ones coming soon, along with a good dupe moment when it comes to a fragrance. So if you like content like that, if you like good fashion video, I got some more fashion content coming soon. I do fashion shorts pretty regularly on my channel, so if you like shorts, make sure you go check those out. But make sure you hit the subscribe button below, and without further ado, let's get into this. So I put that in my why you don't need at the end of one of my new makeup releases that comes out every Friday, that these two palettes were really similar to the inside of this palette. And this palette, I'm telling y'all, like, I'm trying to get used to having palettes the size of my head, because it's literally the size of my head. I don't know, but I said that they look really similar, so I will show you all again, for those who didn't watch that video, that the Saga of Freya, so I'm holding it backwards, and this side were really similar, and I should have the swatches on this side because I did like a little reel or short or TikTok or whatever short form content. You look, I did a short form version of swatches to compare because I didn't have time to put it in the video because I didn't want to make it too long, and I knew I had to put on all the highlighters and swatch all the blushes too. So then we have the Christmas Eve palette, and everybody named mama wanted the Christmas Eve palette, so I was definitely like, if y'all pull out that Christmas Eve palette and stop playing with me, honey. But yeah, so I had that, and I figured I would show the Oden Christmas Eve and that next to each other. So as you can see, they're giving a similar vibe. Now they're not exact, they're similar. We're gonna see how similar a look we can give with each one though. And again, I will have swatches of that one on this side as well. It's only like a 5-second video, so I'm not expected to be too long, but yeah, that's what we're doing today. Let me zoom in real quick and cute like I told you all, I have on the blush from them and the highlighter from them. My lips are L'Oreal, and that's pretty much all we got going on with the face. So I'm gonna go off camera, get my life in order. We're gonna start off with the lighter side, of course. I'm gonna start off with this side. You saw the swatches, so you know most likely what colors I'm gonna use. So I will be back in a few minutes. I'm thinking I will go ahead and do the Saga of Freya. I'll do the older ones off camera just because, you know, they're old, and I figure you want to see the new one in action and a different look with each side. So I'll do that. We'll be right back. So I switched it up and gave y'all something soft and different. I know, right? Who am I? Who am I? I don't know. But this is what we're working with, and these are the swatches I chose. So I tried to choose stuff that was different from what I originally showed in the swatches. So this is Freya, Twilight, Freya, Twilight, Freya, Twilight. So those are the shades I used. So I just wrapped the lid shade in the inner corner to make it work. So in this one I used the purple, this brown, and this shade. So this is the only shade that came from the original swatches that you all saw. I tried to switch it up and give you something different in this video, as opposed to just giving you the suns I had swatched out. So I hope you enjoy that, because you saw them on my skin. So obviously if I swatched them on my arm. Okay, so put some primer on, and then we can begin. I'm gonna start off with the shade right here. This is called Final, and then our lid shade is the shade Guard, and then our crease shade is the shade Warmness. So I stuck to a very minimal amount of shades, and I'm proud of me for it, because y'all know I usually be using a lot, but I'm like, there wasn't a lot to choose from in comparison to the palette, so I felt like it wasn't too much. I feel like this side is just gonna be a little more neutral and cooler and close to my skin tone, whereas the other one is like a warmer version of my skin tone, so it's like warmer for the summertime. And this side, and then to me this is like cooler brown tone shade, which I don't necessarily have an issue with. I haven't edited any of the new stuff I made, so I need to go home and edit all that. But I had left the car here by accident when I left from filming fashion videos on Sunday, so that's why I'm behind. So now we're gonna shake the shade Warmness, which is the pink shade, and I want to see how they differ, because they both have like that kind of white undertone to them, if you will. So I was like, I want to see how different they can be on the actual eye. I mean, I know pink and purple are obviously different, but it's like sometimes stuff be so ashy till it's like it might be able to pass. I want to see how closely it could pass, which is why I picked this shade over the corally ones. Because like I said, you saw those in the swatch. So I tried to pick stuff that you didn't see in the swatch to put on the eye so we could try out more shades. Because at the time I didn't think they'd be like somewhat close. So I was like, let me just go ahead and, you know. And I feel like it gives this cute little, like, little moment of pink and a purple. I feel like from far distance you might not be able to tell. But when I had close up, then obviously you'd be able to tell that this one is purple. It has a little bit of hue of purple, but it still has, like I said, the white undertone. So I feel like it's something I could like pull off and make work. I'm very interested to see how the shimmer is going to look. I feel like the shimmer is a little bit more iridescent and like pewtery type colored in the new palette, the Ethereal Twilight, versus the one from Saga Freya. I don't remember which Saga Freya one that is, because I think all of them are called Saga Freya and it's like different chapters or something like that. I forgot. It's been a while since that collection came out. I remember not being a huge fan of it, but I'm glad I picked that one up when it was on sale, so that way we can do this video now. Now let's take the pink and put it on the outer V. I'm gonna put this on the outer V. My son went to the homecoming Olympics at school today, but he doesn't want to go to actual homecoming, but he went last year, so I'm assuming that just means his friends don't want to go with him, and that's why. I'm hoping it's not because he asked some girl and she told him no. It's literally one of these things. I feel like they have different sparkle particles in them, and that's what makes them different. Yeah, see, this one definitely pulls more silver than the other one. I feel like the other one feels more warm and this one pulls a little cool, which I find interesting because it's like you already had cool on the other side, so I thought this would pull like a little more, I don't know, I guess warm since the other stuff on it is warm, so I find it interesting that they picked the shimmers they picked, but you know, to each his own. I'm not here to complain, I'm just here to show you all the differences in the eyes. Okay, y'all, so I feel like this side is a little bit more sparkly and shiny than this side. It could just be the brush though, because I didn't use the exact same brush for both sides. I don't think I have two number 2 refer brushes, or if I do, like the other ones at home. So there's that. But let's put this in the inner corner. I'm trying to decide if we should put like eyeliner on or not for this look. I feel like I'm just gonna skip on it because I wouldn't know what color to pick, because one side is pink and one side is purple. Unless I put opposite eyeliners on each side, I think that might be cute. But I don't think I have the pink eyeliner here, so we're just gonna go with what's going on now. But as you can see, they look pretty similar, besides this one being more silver tone and this one being more champagne tone, and this being purple and that being pink. I feel like it looks pretty similar. Again, this is a little warm and this is a little cooler, so there's slight nuances to where you can tell the difference if you look closely and pay like close attention. But otherwise, I feel like they look similar enough to where it's not that big a deal. That's just my personal opinion, but this is what we're working with for look number 1. You can comment down below and tell me which side you prefer. Do you like the Saga Freya side, or do you like the Ethereal Twilight side? I like each one for different reasons as usual, and we'll get those reasons at the end. But let's move on to this side. So we're going to go into the cool tone side along with the Christmas Eve palette and figure out what I'm going to do with that. Y'all know it's most likely going to be something blue, because I think those are the only shimmers that match are the blue ones. So I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so here is eye look number 2. So I took the following shades. So this is Christmas Eve Twilight, Christmas Eve Twilight, Christmas Eve Twilight, Christmas Eve Twilight. I feel like these two from Twilight look exactly like the same, and they're 2 different shades. Like this one was supposed to be more of the blue one, obviously the bluish purple one, and then this is supposed to be just the lighter purple one. But I feel like they both look the same, like on the back of my hand. Now they might look different on the eye. That's what I'm hoping for, since that's what we're putting on the eye. But I'm like, they feel like they look really similar, so I'm not gonna see the point. So the shades I took out of the Christmas Eve palette are the navy blue, the purple, the blue, and this mauve tone shade. So I tried to again take out some different shades. The shimmers I didn't have that much to choose from when it came to switching them out, so I didn't do too much. But like with the mattes, I chose different mattes, because if I remember correctly, I only swatched I think like this matte and the gray, so that's why I tried different mattes in this video. Again, trying to give y'all something different as opposed to like using the same as on the eye, because we saw those swatches. So I wanted to see how different the black and navy blue would be, because you know sometimes when you blend things out, they end up looking deeper on the eye. So that's what I wanted to try to see. Anyway, let's get into this. So we're going to start off with, where is it? Purple shade called Escape. We're going to start off with Escape. Then this black shade, this blackish shade is going to be our outer V shade. Then this is our inner corner shade, and this is our lid shade. But you see how both of them, like, those were the 2 that I swatched on my hand that I felt like looked really similar. So let's start with Escape. I was hoping it would deepen up because the other one pulls really deep, dark, like mauve-ish type purple. So I'm going to see how much this shade would oxidize basically. Because I feel like this shade would probably match better with the first side of the palette, but I had to match them according to what palettes we were using, so I did it accordingly. But I feel like this could match the purple shade from the, what do you call it? What was that? Christmas Eve palette? Well, not Christmas Eve palette, Saga Freya palette, sorry. Because it seems like it has the white base, so I don't feel like it's going to oxidize down as much as I was hoping. But again, don't know until you actually try it on the eyes, so that's why we're trying it on the eyes. And I'm just bringing it into the crease as well, because that's what I did with the other side. I just brought it into the crease so we didn't have like a crease shade. Because again, these two palettes, there wasn't that much to choose from when it came to shades. Because they look somewhat similar, but not similar enough to, you know, the point where I could. Now I'm kind of wishing I had just went ahead with the gray and just used gray on both sides. It's okay. What we really got going on, since we literally kind of don't have a choice. This is what's going on. Okay, y'all, so as you can see, that's much brighter than this side, but they both do have like that purple aspect to it. This one just pulls a little bit deeper and more mauve-y and kind of smoky. So now I'm going to take the shade Blackest, the black shade, and put that on the outer V. Okay, y'all, let's cut the creases a little bit. You see what I'm saying? I feel like they just look really similar, which I don't understand. Especially because it has like an undertone in it. I was hoping some of the undertone would come out on the lid, but as you can see, it just looks, I don't know, kind of iridescent or translucent, if you will. So that kind of disappointed me too when it came to this one, because I wanted to have like some of the color underneath it. Now I know like the dark blue has the dark blue in it, but it's like I don't know, I wanted this blue to have like the blue in it as well, and just have some iridescent shimmers in it, especially because I feel like the purple looks really similar to this, so it is definitely disappointing in that sense. It's not giving what I was hoping. See what I'm saying? Like I wanted it to give more of this, and as you can see, it just looks kind of iridescent type. I'm going to take the comb. See if the shade looks any different. I'm telling you, I feel like they look exactly the same. Now you see what I'm talking about? Like it looks exactly the same in the inner corner as it does on the lid, in my opinion. So it's like, what was the difference? What was the point of putting these two different colors on it if they end up looking exactly the same on the eyes? Now there may be slight differences that I just can't see on camera, but just overall, I'm like, it looks exactly the same. So I don't see what the purpose of having these two shades are when they look exactly the same. That's just me. Even back on up there. So overall, when it comes to the palettes, I feel like, where is it? I feel like Christmas Eve easily won for sure against this side for me. Now I have not tried out this green yet. I did swatch this shade and thought it was cool, but it's just like the fact that those two shimmers are similar is what's irritating me about this palette, whereas I feel like the shimmers and the Christmas Eve are more diverse, if you will. So Christmas Eve wins for me in that sense. Now when it comes to Saga of Freya, what is this? The Tears of Freya up against this side of the palette. I actually feel like I like this side of the palette better, although I do like the fact that I feel like there's a outer V shade in the Saga Freya palette that I don't feel like is in this one. I still feel like I can work with this one, and since it's combined, I can dip into this side and make it work out for me. So I would say I actually like this side of the palette better than this side, which is shocking because I know y'all expecting me to like this side better. But I like the warm tone side of the palette if we have to compare to the other Oden side palettes that I have in my collection. So those are just my thoughts on it. I do like the original Saga of Freya palette as well for its own personal reasons. Like I said, I like the fact that if I was just going for these tones, I do have an outer V shade because I feel like this shade is deep enough, and if you blend it out, it might darken up a little bit more. I'm just not really a warm tone girl, if you will, so that's why I'm not necessarily crazy about this one. Prefer the other one. Plus I like the multi-chrome and that one better. Like this multi-chrome is nice, but I just feel like the multi-chrome in the Ethereal Twilight is better. So as far as these battles go, the Ethereal Twilight won against the Saga of Freya, but the Christmas Eve palette won against the Eternal Twilight palette. So there you go. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you. Remember, you all are dimes. Make sure you subscribe. My membership is down below if you're interested, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.